There is a reason why we make art. When I start making the work, I don't consider the audience, then I consider myself. And it usually starts out as a craving to really do something. And then the turning around and questioning, why am I really wanting to do this? And then facing up on the taboos, like what am I really allowed to do? But of course it's art, so I should be allowed to do anything. Sometimes I have an idea that Hans is not buying, which is incredibly frustrating, but also very good, because then it forces me to explore deeper why I really want to do it. It leaves more exploration in the making of the work, and I think that we're both very interested in exploring what it really is and what we are really interested in.
Earlier films, it was more like Nathalie made the film and I made the music afterwards. But now it's more at the same time.
I become more and more influenced in music and what music really does. So I become more and more interested in Hans' part, and that brings the collaboration also closer together. You don't really notice what the music does until you turn it off. When it comes to claymation or any animation, the real human figure is removed, which means that it's much easier for you as a person to identify with certain traits or certain situation, and also that you don't have your guard up as much, because that's how we've been programmed, that animation is only for children. And that is really an advantage with animation, I feel, and can make it bearable to watch something that could be too painful to watch if it was actual humans. And when Hans makes the music for the animations, it's also really nice, because he could choose to go with the story, enhance it, or he could go against it and make it really awkward. He can make it easier to watch the images, or he can make it more difficult, or he can make it really strange, which does something else in you that you don't expect, so you have your brain kind of have to take another turn. I reached a point where my interest started shifting and becoming more abstract. But I think that was already there. You have gone out in the world and then you turn back and watch inside yourself. So it's an exploration of going inside instead of going outside to see the relationship and the drama in the world. And the abstract work is really like that for me. Different states of consciousness and different states of emotion. And that is really what I face in the other works too. This is just not with a story. But it's always like a spiral, then I come back. I mean, in the new work there is a claymation. The secret garden, we've seen it almost like a journey that you enter deeper and deeper inside. What you experience is that the sound is coming from everywhere. Music is also driving the neons, which means that it's all one unit, one experience.
Yeah, I wanted to get light and sound, which you really can't touch, but they are fusing the installation, so light and music and objects are all one thing, a whole entity. I was thinking a lot like the rabbit as a shaman, so for me it's like you can see a journey or a trip. So it starts very easy and goes out into very wide, spacious, atmospheric landscapes and then back again. That's sort of how I see the whole the Secret Garden installation. Yeah. Like the subconscious could be.
For me, it's possibilities. When things aren't completely decided yet, they are still in a state of possibility of becoming something else. I think that so much in the society is so decided, and it doesn't have to be, we don't really know that much. We don't know as much as we think we do. And for me this is an exploration of that and seeing where fantasy and reality meet in a way. We wanted to allow the viewer to enter into the ceremony being surrounded with the objects and with the music that is so driven and keeps you in the space, to make the possibility of explore oneself in that environment. Every work is in a way, how do you say it? Existential. That is where it comes to. If you would go down deep enough in fear or deep enough in any emotion, you would come to an existential fear. It just depends on how deep you want to go, but it's always headed towards that way. But even if you succeeded with that for yourself, someone else maybe not catch that. You have to be able to answer to it, which can make it difficult to show to someone else. But I think that you can always make the work and then take the decision if you're going to show it or not. And mostly the strongest work is the one that are most difficult to make for the artist. And if you don't have any doubts about it or fears about it, it might not be so interesting.